In the heart of the tropical city, nestled amidst swaying palm trees and bustling markets, lay a dark secret that whispered through the alleys and haunted the dreams of its inhabitants. It was said that just a few miles off the coast, obscured by the mist and shrouded in mystery, lay the island of shadows, a place where the veil between the living and the dead grew thin. Among the locals, tales of the island were spoken in hushed tones, passed down through generations like a curse waiting to be unleashed. Some claimed it was cursed by ancient gods, while others whispered of a malevolent force that dwelled within its depths, waiting patiently for unsuspecting souls to wander into its clutches. It was on a balmy evening, when the air was thick with the scent of tropical flowers and the distant sound of crashing waves, that three friends, Alex, Jess, and Jake, found themselves drawn to the forbidden island. They had heard the rumors, of course, but the allure of the unknown was too strong to resist. Armed with a tattered map procured from the dusty shelves of an antique bookstore, they set out on their ill-fated journey, the anticipation of adventure mingling with a sense of foreboding that clung to the air like a tangible presence. The sky above was painted in hues of crimson and gold, a harbinger of the darkness that awaited them. As they ventured deeper into the jungle that choked the island's interior, a sense of unease settled over them like a suffocating blanket. Strange rustlings echoed through the dense foliage, and shadows danced upon the forest floor, their movements fluid and sinuous, like whispers in the wind. Hours passed in a blur of sweat-soaked brows and pounding hearts, each step bringing them closer to the heart of darkness that pulsed at the island's core. And then, as if guided by some unseen force, they stumbled upon a clearing bathed in an eerie half-light. At its center stood a colossal boulder, its surface worn smooth by centuries of wind and rain. But as Alex clambered atop the stone, his breath caught in his throat as the ground began to tremble beneath him. The boulder stirred, its surface rippling like water, and the trio watched in horror as it slowly began to take shape. It was no mere rock that lay before them, but the shell of an ancient creature, its form twisted and warped by the dark magic that coursed through its veins. With a bone-chilling groan, it rose from its slumber, its eyes blazing with a hunger that sent a shiver down their spines. "Welcome, foolish mortals," it rasped, its voice like the scraping of nails upon a chalkboard. "You have awakened the guardian of this cursed island, and now you shall pay the price." The creature, known only as Nek or Otis, spoke of a darkness that had lain dormant for centuries, waiting for the touch of human folly to awaken it from its slumber. It spoke of a power beyond mortal comprehension, a force of pure malevolence that hungered for the souls of the living. As the friends stood frozen in terror, Nek or Otis unleashed its unholy wrath upon the island, twisting its once pristine landscape into a nightmarish tableau of twisted trees and swirling shadows. The ground beneath their feet trembled, and the air grew thick with the stench of decay as the darkness consumed everything in its path. But even as the island itself seemed to rebel against their presence, Alex, Jess, and Jake refused to surrender to despair. With hearts filled with courage born of desperation, they fled into the depths of the jungle, their footsteps echoing like a drumbeat of defiance against the encroaching darkness. Yet, as they ran, they could feel the tendrils of the island's malevolence closing in around them, reaching out with unseen hands to drag them into the abyss. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows that danced with the promise of eternal torment, they knew that their struggle was far from over. For the island of shadows had awakened, and its hunger knew no bounds. And as the darkness spread, consuming everything in its path, the city trembled in its wake, its streets haunted by the echoes of the past and the tormented souls of those who dared to defy the darkness. In the end, only one truth remained, that some secrets are best left undisturbed, lest they awaken a darkness that can never be quenched. And as the last vestiges of light faded from the world, the island of shadows stood as a grim testament to the folly of mortal ambition, its shores forever cursed by the sins of those who dared to trespass upon its domain.